Sunday morning our time, the WBA Super and IBF middleweight titles of the world will become one, a unification bout. Daniel the Real Deal Geale and Felix Sturm both have been based in Germany in the lead up to Sunday morning's fight. Ben Damon has been following their progress.
Well, I've been in the camp with Daniel Geale all week, and we're now here in Oberhausen where the fight will take place. Between 10 and 13,000 Germans will well and truly be on the side of Felix Sturm for this one. But Daniel Geale, he certainly doesn't care about that. He says that being the underdog and being against the fans, that spurs him on, and he'll have to do it again in Germany. He's done it before, of course, against Sebastian Silvestre. And while there hasn't been too much animosity between these fighters in the build-up, Sturm and Geale, Daniel Geale does feel that maybe Felix Sturm is taking him for granted, and he certainly likes that situation. He says that he's over here with a chance of a knockout. Graham Shaw says this is the strongest that he's ever seen Daniel Geale, and Daniel Geale agrees with that, and he could need a knockout too, because the judges, well, they often fall on the side of Felix Sturm in close contests over here in Germany. But Geale does have Gary Shaw, the promoter, in his corner. He was decisive, of course, in getting a fair result against Sebastian Silvestre. That has been some of the talk in the build-up to this one. It has been a relaxed week. Let's hear from some of the main players. How confident are you that we're going to get a fair result if it does go to the cards?
1,000%, otherwise I wouldn't have come to Germany. I felt that way when we fought Silvestre, and we got the decision. I think it surprised everybody. I feel that way here. I was very careful with the contract that I drew up with Sturm to make sure it was an even playing field.
We all like Germany, we enjoy it. The Germans are good people, they look after you, they sort of make a fuss here. But we're only here for one thing. You know, we're not here to sort of sightsee or do anything else. We're just here to take away Felix's title.
Well, I'm pretty close to Felix Sturm and his guys over there, and I know that he has many differences and many changes in his team during the last year. 2011 was very hard for him, but now 2012, he really changed a couple of things. So he is his own coach, and he is so ambitious. I've never seen something like this before. He really goes into his gym. Nobody is there. He turns off the cooler in order that it's warmer in his gym, in order to sweat more, in order to burn more calories. He's such a tough guy, and he's really doing anything on his own.
We always train hard, we always train for 12 hard rounds, but there's an extra thing with this, you know, because of the extra title and the line unification. He has trained really hard for this fight. And yeah, I do see it. I see it. I see the confidence, but not cockiness, you know, just confidence. Yeah.
I just think Daniel Geale's a very underrated fighter. And Felix, in my estimation, made a mistake taking him instead of Golovkin.
Daniel Geale will win it, that's all I'm prepared to say. Yeah, he'll win it.
Both camps relaxed and confident. One thing that we have half hit on throughout our preview is what's going to happen late in the fight. Johnny, the last stoppages of Daniel Geale, Roman Karmazan, Kariz Kariuki, TKOs in the 11th and 12th rounds. Power under fatigue. How important is it?
You got to understand that these kids aren't both noted for their ability to knock someone out one punch. There are fighters in the world that you know their punches and they're going to be dangerous. Always a puncher's chance, whether it's the first round, middle rounds or the late rounds.
The battle under fatigue, it's the ultimate test of character, isn't it? And Daniel Geale, in those victories over Karmazan and Kariuki, showed a ton of character.
He's extremely tenacious, you know, he doesn't stop. And you need that in a boxer. I mean, we've all got it in the boxing spirit, but to back it up with your fitness is absolutely fantastic. I mean, boxing under fatigue, like you say, if he can keep himself away from fatigue, and doesn't even try for the knockout, it may just come from his work rate automatically.
As John said, you know, like neither fighter is noted for their single, you know, one-punch KO power, but what we've seen with Daniel is, you know, it's a culmination of, you know, like punches over a period, and that's what Daniel's good at. His work rate's exceptionally high, and, you know, if there is a knockout in this fight, I probably tend to agree the fight probably goes the distance, but I think if there is a knockout, it'll be late in the fight, and it'll be caused by a combination of the culmination of punches, like wearing down of the stone, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's take a look, because we know there's a few of you punters out there, including my little mate here, Barry Michael, the best tipster in world boxing. I'll give you the tip. Sporting Bet has it like this: the German favourite on home soil at $1.65. Geale $2.20. Daniel Geale by stoppage, $6. Sturm by stoppage, $9. And a draw is 17. You can see all the action, the coverage for you early birds, or you ones that are late to get home. It begins at 4:30 a.m. Sunday morning. We anticipate the main event to be starting right on 6:30 a.m. Australian Eastern. That is this Sunday morning. We hope you can join us, boys. It is tip time. Who wins and how? Johnny, we'll start with you.
I honestly do believe that Daniel Geale can win this fight. I do think it'll go the distance, but as I say, I really believe that Daniel's going to come of age in this bout. It's the right fight for him at the right time.
Teddy?
Daniel Geale, late by KO.
Daz?
I think I'm going with Johnny, Daniel Geale by unanimous points decision.
Geale. Do I need to add any more? Johnny Lewis, Ted Cofie, Barry Michael, thank you. I'll be sitting up early morning Sunday with you all enjoying the show. We hope you've enjoyed this show, and we more than hope you tune in on Sunday morning. Once again, the telecast starts at 4:30 Eastern Time. The main event about 6:30, so set those alarms early on Sunday morning. It is Felix Sturm versus Daniel Geale, who's going to show us why we call him the real deal.